Hey party people, this is Zach from Visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. And I've been having a ton of fun lately building all of these little EDC kits that I can use for different use cases. And I like really customizing them to specific situations. So the one I made today is what I'm calling my Light Firepower EDC Kit. It's kind of a play on words because it has lighting solutions, power solutions, and fire solutions all in one neat little package. So if you need to charge your phone, if you need to see in the dark, or you need to start a fire for survival or camping, you have everything you need in this little kit. And the pouch I'm using for this is the Maxpedition Beefy Pocket Organizer. It's a really large, really nice EDC pouch from Maxpedition. I've went over their products a ton before. They make really great EDC pouches. It's made from really high quality nylon material. It's weather resistant, it's durable, it's rip resistant, tear resistant. It's got YKK zippers. It's got MOLLE webbing attachment points and a nice grab handle. It has this little sleeve in the front if you want to store some flat gear. And I also have one of their morale patches, the little Grim Reaper here, and it fits onto this hook and loop pattern. So on the outside of the pouch, I have the Wurkkos HD03 rechargeable clip-on flashlight. This is a really great clip-on flashlight. You can clip it to your shirt if you need some illumination hands-free. You can clip it to a hat, or you can just use it in hand mode. And it's USB-C rechargeable. You can click it and turn it on, and you can hold it to go through the different lumen levels. And as you can see, it actually gets really, really bright. And all you have to do is click through and hold to get to the different lumen levels. You click it to turn it on and off. And then if you triple click it, it goes into strobe mode. So it's just a really nice, really useful EDC flashlight. It fits really well on the outside of this pouch. And you can use it for a ton of different things, whether you need hands-free illumination or just a little small flashlight. Then we can open up this pouch and go over everything that's inside. The first thing I have is just a little pen here. This is just a cheap pen that I've wrapped in duct tape, and that can be used as a fire starter, a fire extender, or also attach things or repair gear. So that's useful to have. Then I have the Roxon Tools Knife Scissors, and it's just a really nice knife that you can replace with any blade you want. I replaced it with their American Tanto blade. It has a nice little liner lock. It feels really nice, works well for one-handed operation, locks in place. And then on the other side, you just have this really large, really nice pair of scissors. So it's just a really nice EDC tool, and it's kind of replaced my everyday carry Kershaw pocket knife because I like having the scissors as an option too, in addition to a nice little blade. So this works for cutting cordage, cutting any kind of tinder you want to up, use it to whittle wood, carve things, remove bark. You got a ton of options in such a little device, and it has that swappable blade and a nice little pocket clip as well. Then the multi-tool I've chosen is the Flex Companion from Roxon Tools. And this is just an addition to the knife scissors. I have the nice little pocket clip here. All of the tools in this are replaceable, so you can replace absolutely every one of them. It has a nice little lock here if you don't want it to open accidentally. And then this little button here allows you to pop the tools out for easy access, or you can push it the other way to replace the tools on here. And it's just a really nice little multi-tool. It's got G10 scales. And I've actually customized this to my tastes. So the first thing I have is this little pen, pin, tweezers combination. So it's nice to have a little EDC pen with you. I have a ruler slash file slash scraping tool slash flathead screwdriver. I have a nice little saw blade in case you need to cut some tinder. And then I have a left-handed blade so I can use left-handed operation because I'm left-handed. And all of these tools I've customized and made it really personalized to my taste. So I absolutely love this thing. Then I just have a reusable metal straw with a silicone mouthpiece. And this allows me to stick this into a fire and blow into it without burning my face. And you can add a little bit of air to your fire, really helps with fire starting. I have this nice ferro rod here that you can strike. It actually comes with its own little striker here, so you can throw sparks really easily, and it's just a good backup fire starter here. And it has a nice hand-carved wooden handle. It's got some paracord, an emergency whistle, the striker, like I said, a bottle opener, a ruler, and it just has a lot of functionality in a little device, and it's a really good backup fire starter. And you can see all these nice little elastic loops here where you can fit all your tools. Really nice on Maxpedition's end. Then attached to this little D-ring that they have. The first thing I have is this little stash pod from OTR Carry. And inside here, I just have some additional fire starters. I've got some Strike Anywhere matches. So it's a good little waterproof container for some matches. You have another backup way to start fires. So it's always useful to have a couple different contingency plans. Then I have the Aohi Prometheus 3-in-1 titanium survival cable. This is actually on a Kickstarter right now, and Aohi has sent me this ahead of time for some testing, and I absolutely love this thing. So first of all, it's a nice titanium cable. It sticks together magnetically. You can put it on a keychain. It has this really thick rubber coating, so it feels really high quality. Then on each end, if you pull off these little tabs, you have USB-C, so you could easily charge your phone, charge other devices with some kind of portable backup power or some kind of power source. So that's really good functionality. And then if you put these caps on, they actually have a really cool, really unique, really innovative survival design. So on this left side here, if you unscrew it, you actually have a little tool that you can use to open packages or score things, and it's just a little blade that makes it really nice to make holes, score things, open packaging tape, all that kind of stuff. So you have that functionality with this little screw top design. And then the other side, if you hook this up to some kind of a power source, whether it be an external battery or just plug it into the wall, this side functions as a fire starter, which I think is absolutely incredible and a really cool idea to use this cable in a multitude of ways. And you just press this button and it kind of operates like a cigarette lighter, and this lights up and allows you to light up tinder or start a fire. So earlier today I wanted to test this out, so I took it outside and I used it to light up some wood wool, and then I added some sticks on top, got the fire started, and then I put the little folding stove I have in this kit on top of it, as well as my collapsible tea kettle that's silicone, and I was able to make myself some tea using just this device and the other containers. So it really worked out well for me. I had some nice tea outside early this morning while I sat outside with my dog, and it was really useful in starting up tinder to start a fire, and you could use that to boil water, to purify it. You could use it for all kinds of different things. So if you want to check out the Aohi Prometheus 3-in-1 titanium survival cable, I suggest you check the links in my description below. There's a link to check out the Kickstarter page, also to back it. So if you use either of those links, you can go ahead and support this project and get one of your own. And I really think it's a cool idea, so I highly suggest you check it out. Then also behind here, as I mentioned, this is a Light Firepower kit. So as far as the power goes, I have this Ugreen portable backup battery. It's got an attached USB-C cable. It's also got a USB-C and a USB-A port at the top. And it's a really nice 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, and it has a little face on the front that gives you emojis and tells you the battery level. Really nice little backup battery. That's it for this side of the kit. Then as far as my main tactical flashlight, my big flashlight that I need to throw a lot of light, I have the Wurkkos TS23 Tactical Flashlight. This has a nice pocket clip that's also reversible. So it's a little bit heavy to use as a headlamp, but you could use it on the brim of a hat or attach it somewhere if you need hands-free operation. It's a really heavyweight, durable metal body, and it also has these little beads and nubs at the front, so you could use it as kind of a glass breaker or even for self-defense. It's a really high-quality flashlight. It's USB-C rechargeable. And then if you press the back, there's a nice little clickable tactile switch here. And you can click it once to turn it on, and then hold it to go through the different lumen levels. So as you can see, it gets super bright, and it's just a really nice high quality flashlight. Works really great. And this would be really nice for camping or anything like that where you're outdoors and you need to throw a lot of light, more than just that clip-on light can provide. You need to start a fire in the woods. You need to see around your vehicle, see something you dropped on the ground, check for animals around you. You have a really great high-quality flashlight. And then if you triple-click the tail switch, it also has a strobe mode that allows you to be super visible if you're fixing your car or you need to be rescued. You can create a lot of visibility using the strobe mode. It's a really heavy-duty, really tactical flashlight, and I think this is a great addition to this kit. Then I just have some hand sanitizer from Purell, and this can be used as an accelerant or a fire starter, so you can douse wet wood or anything that's hard to start with this and light it on fire because there's so much alcohol in it. So it's really great to have this in a fire making kit. Then I just have your good old-fashioned Bic lighter. It works the first time every time. Even if it gets wet, you could still dry it out, still use it. Or if it runs out of fuel, you could just use the flint to throw sparks. And then I've wrapped it in some additional duct tape so that I have more fire extender and fire starter right at hand. Then I just have these little fire plugs. They're these little wax covered cotton things that allow you to start fires. You just kind of unroll them and fluff them up, and it's a really good way to start a fire. And they fit in this little kind of Altoids tin. So they're really small and really useful, and they burn for a long time if you really need to start a fire. Then I just have this little foldable stove here. And this is typically used for those little fire tabs, you know, those little squares that you light up. But I actually just use this as a little stove, or also a way to hold up things like I did for the collapsible tea kettle, or if you need to do a cup over a fire, let it burn down to coals, put this on top. You can start a fire in here with sticks and some tinder and just cook things on it or use it to boil water. So it's really useful, and as you can see, I've gotten a bit of use out of it myself. And it's really compact, it fits in this kit, and it's just a great little addition to a fire making kit. Then I just have a decent length of number 36 bank line. This is tar-coated bank line. It has heavy weight. You could use it to tie up a shelter, use it to dangle a pot over a fire if you want to boil water, or use it for any other thing you would use cordage for. And then it's just tied with a rubber band that again can be used as a fire starter, fire extender, or for another multitude of uses that you can use a rubber band for. So this is just a useful little amount of cordage to have in your kit. And then if you unzip this on the back, the last thing I have here are just some sticky notes, and these are just Post-its, and they're really good for leaving a note in an emergency when paired with the pen that's in the Flex Companion, or you can use them as a fire starter, tinder, shred them up, anything like that, roll it up, use it as fire starter. So it's really useful to have this in a kit as well. So I love the way that this Maxpedition Beefy Pocket Organizer is designed. You have this little loop here for attachment. You have that little D-ring for keys. You have a flat little pocket here. You have a bunch of different sizes of elastic loops to attach tools and other things. And same with this, and I like that it's vertically oriented. And then you also have this big piece down the spine, so if you have something huge that would take up too much of a bulk in here, you can put it down the spine and it allows you to have space for it. You have that nice little zipper pocket in the back. And it's just overall a really great little EDC pouch. And I think this Light Firepower kit has worked out beautifully, and I've been able to start fires, give myself power in an emergency, and also give myself light in the dark. If you like EDC reviews like this, please like, comment, and subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot. If you have any other suggestions for EDC gear or fire making gear that I could put in this kit, or other kind of pouches that you'd prefer, please leave a comment below because I really like starting conversations there. Thank you as always for watching, and with all that being said, I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.